Hello, my name is Rafael. Welcome to this yoga practice. Winter is definitely not my season, but in the last couple of years, I've come to appreciate the nature of this season, the slowing down, the introspection, and also the regeneration that happens in the slowing down. I've also come to learn to appreciate the paradox, really. I think that's what's made it easier to lean into this season, this year and last year. That there is, even though it's cold, where if you live in parts of the world where winters are cold, and I do, and days go darker gradually, there is a bit of a dreary um, element to this season, which is why I never really appreciated it before. There is also this element of excitement because it is the new year coming, and also now after the winter solstice, the days coming, the light coming back, the sun returning. So the longer days gradually happening. So there is an excitement, even though there is also this element of hibernation and slowing down. So this sequence is inspired by this, to the winter solstice, and also this lovely season that is winter. I have two blocks with me for this practice. If you don't have blocks, you can use heavy books, any of the books that you have sitting on your shelves that you haven't yet read. You can use it as blocks. I'm just kidding, but that would suffice. Also, two might not be necessary, just one, as I think about the sequence right now. And as always, and especially with this sequence dedicated to the energy of the winter, to really take your time, listen to your body, and listen to your breath. So we begin this practice in a supine position, lying down on our backs. Separate your legs and feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Arms by your side, the palms facing up, so that your shoulder blades can be heavy, the chest open, your heart open. And whenever you feel ready, close your eyes. Observing your inner landscape. And let yourself settle into this pose of relaxation and openness. Let the earth gently hold you. So that you can relax all your muscles. Let yourself be heavy. While also light in the front of the body, feeling the spaciousness above. And place the right hand onto your lower abdomen, the left hand onto your upper chest. Soften your arms and your elbows once again. Taking the warmth from your hands. Your own healing energy. And bring your awareness to your breath. Tuning to its gentle flow in and out of your body. Now exhale fully and begin the next inhalation, inhaling into the right palm. So the lower abdomen expands up and outward. Then the ribs open up, and finally taking the breath into the left palm. And exhaling, let the left hand lower down, then the ribs come in softly, and finally the abdomen comes in. And again, inhaling in 3 parts, using your hands to help guiding the breath from bottom to top and top to bottom. So that you can create a gentle wave-like movement with your breath, with your upper body. Last few breaths. And after your next exhale, return your breath back to its natural rhythm. Release your arms by your side once again. And wiggle your toes, your fingertips. Spread your toes and fingers, stretching the soles of the feet and the palms. Then make fists with the hands, curl the toes in, squeezing. And again, inhale, separate the toes and fingers. Exhale to squeeze. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Then open your eyes. Bend to your knees, feet hip distance apart. And draw your belly in so the lower back is on the floor. You can turn the palms down towards the mat for extra support. And lift your right leg up in the air. Make circles with the right ankle, the right foot. Keep the chin slightly drawn in so the neck is long. Change direction. Good, and shake your leg in the air. Bend your right knee so the right ankle comes on top of the left thigh. Drawing the right knee forward, opening the right hip, flex the right foot. Deep inhale and exhale. Then lift the left foot off the floor to bring the legs towards the upper body and thread your right arm between the thighs. Interlock the fingers either in front of the chin or behind the calf muscle. And using your hand, your grip, to draw the legs closer towards the upper body, very softly, in thread the needle. Enjoying the stretch, especially in the right glute. Relax your shoulders down. Squeeze a little tighter. Then release your grip. Bring the left foot back down on the floor. Right foot down. Draw the lower back onto the mat once again. Left leg up in the air. And make circles with the left foot, the left ankle. Change direction. Shake your left leg in the air. And bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. First, drawing the left knee forward, opening the left hip, left foot flex. Lift your right foot off the floor and thread the left arm between the thighs. Interlock the fingers. And again, gently drawing the legs towards the upper body. Soften the shoulder blades down. And keep breathing through the nose. Release the fingers, bring the right foot back down on the floor, the left foot down as well. And we'll continue with a dynamic bridge, keeping the feet hip distance apart, bringing the arms by your side, the fingertips slightly touching the heels, so to have the same distance between the feet, palms facing down and gaze towards the ceiling. Press into the hands and feet, and as you inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling, keeping the spine long, and exhale, slowly lower down. Again, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, drawing the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Exhale to lower down. 2 more. Now we'll do the same thing and we add the arms as well to the movement. Inhale, lift the hips and begin to bring your arms up and overhead. Back of the hands comes to touch the floor as you reach the highest point with the hips. Exhale, bringing the hips and the palms back down to the mat at the same time. 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Press into both feet evenly. Last one. Exhale, hips down, hands down onto the floor. Then bring your knees towards the armpits on either side of your upper body. Take hold of the outsides of the feet or the ankles or the back of the knees wherever you are today with your own body, coming into happy baby pose, gently pressing the knees, the legs down, trying to keep the entire spine in contact with the mat, creating space between each vertebra. And if you'd like to move from side to side, you can as well. Or anything else that feels good here. Maybe stretching one leg, bending the other. And bring both knees to the chest, take hold of the back of the thighs. Roll forward and back a few times, massaging the back onto the mat. And come onto seated pose of your choice. One that allows for your spine to be long, to feel supported in your seat. Rest your hands onto your knees or your lap, with the palms facing up. Preparing to practice Surya Bedana, the solar breath, with the left hand, bring the tip of the thumb with the index finger in Chin Mudra, and bring your right hand in front of your face with the four fingers together, the right thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. Open the shoulders. And basically here, the idea is just to inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left. So first, lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale through both nostrils. Then close the left nostril with the four fingers. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril with the right thumb and exhale through the left. Close the left nostril once again. Inhale through the right. And exhale through the left. And keep going with this rhythm. Only inhaling through the right nostril and only exhaling through the left nostril. As the name indicates, this practice is designed to stimulate the masculine energy of our being, the one that relates to the sun, the warmth, everything that is logical, analytical, rational. And as you breathe, see if you can make the inhale and the exhale the same length. Inhaling through the right nostril stimulates, activates the left hemisphere of our brain, which is connected to the right side of our physical body. Pingala, line of energy or channel. After your next exhale, release the right hand down. Release the fingers of the left hand, turning the left palm down. Gently open your eyes. Extend your legs out in front of you. You can shake your legs and shake your arms a little bit before coming onto all fours in a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide and suck the stomach in so you can feel first the spine lengthening forward and backward, the sides of the neck long. Again, spreading the fingers, and we do a few cat-cows here just to warm up the spine. As you exhale, release the belly button down towards the floor, the tailbone moves up towards the ceiling and gaze towards the sky. Exhale, begin to bring the tailbone down, draw the belly in, chin towards the chest. And continue like this at your own pace. Inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. Moving slowly or as fast as you'd like. And you can keep with this movement with the fingers pointing forward, or to switch it up and give a stretch to the wrist a little bit more, you could turn the fingertips towards the knees. And continuing with the cow, just with the different hand position, noticing how this changes the stretch. Here obviously in your arms, the palms, the wrists. And come back to your neutral tabletop position. Bring your hands a little bit more forward than the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart. Relax your head and your neck between the upper arms. And here, move freely, whatever comes. Moving your legs, your hips, your neck. Whatever you feel the need for in this pose. And stop in downward facing dog once again. Gaze forward and walk your feet towards the hands. Feet together. Inhale, lengthen halfway, gaze front. And as you exhale, release your head down. Bend your knees. Let your stomach rest onto your thighs. You could move your head, your neck here also if you'd like. Keeping the knees deeply bent. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming to standing with the feet together at the top of the mat. We'll do 2 sun salutations, bringing the energy of the sun, or wishing, welcoming the energy of the sun as the days are becoming longer. Finally, feet together, relax your arms, shoulders heavy, feel the weight of your arms all the way down to the fingertips, but keep lifting through the heart center. Breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart center. And here, if you'd like, you could also place or set an intention, place a dedication for your practice, for this new season, for this new year to come. Now, whatever other intention, dedication you would like to place for your practice. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, suck your stomach in. Exhale, arms down by your side. Inhale, arms up and back, arch back. Exhale, suck the stomach in, bend the knees and fold forward. Release the head down, chin towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen halfway forward. Exhale, palms down and step the right foot back. Way back behind you, right knee down onto the floor, gaze front. Inhale, upper body and arms up. Exhale, arms down, hands down, right foot back, high plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows and lower all the way down. Knees down on the floor if needed. Inhale, lift the chest, the chin, cobra pose. Exhale, suck the stomach in, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, bring the right foot between the hands, a big step. Left knee down to the floor, soften the shoulder blades down the spine. Press firmly into the right foot. Then bring your upper body and your arms up and back, gaze towards the ceiling. With the exhale, hands down. Bring the left foot with the right foot to the front of the mat, lengthen halfway forward. And exhale, release your upper body down, head down. Inhale, press into the feet, rise up, push your hips forward, arms back. Exhale, hands together in front of the chest, then arms down by the side. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart center. Inhale, activate the legs, squeeze the glutes and push your hips forward, reach back with the arms, with the fingertips. Exhale, suck your stomach in, fold forward, chin towards the chest, gaze to navel. Inhale, lengthen halfway forward. Exhale, palms down, left foot back, left knee down onto the floor. Inhale, upper body and arms up, Anjali Asana. Exhale, hands down. Right foot back in a high plank, chin away from the chest, stomach in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Press the tops of the feet onto the mat. Keep the elbows close to the upper body before lifting the upper body in cobra pose. Exhale, stomach in, push into the hands, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, gaze front, left foot steps forward. Right knee down onto the floor. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Keep the hips down as you bring your upper body and your arms back. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Bring the right foot with the left at the top of the mat. Gaze forward, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold, head down. Inhale to rise up. Push your hips forward, bring the arms back. Exhale, palms together in front of the chest and arms down by the side. Separate your feet wider than hip distance apart. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor. The chest lifted as you breathe in, and breathe out. Slowly bend your knees, your hips down to come into Malasana. Using a block underneath the sit bones to make this pose more restorative. Bring the arms between the legs. The palms can be together, or you can have the fingertips on the floor. Just really exploring your practice. Now here that I think about it, you could also rest your upper arms onto your knees, but keep the chest lifted, rooting down into the feet. The facial muscles relaxed. And breathing with intention in and out through the nose. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands down on the floor, top of the head towards the floor, and slowly extend the legs to come into Uttanasana. With the feet wide, bend your knees, relax your head. You can take hold of the elbows here with the hands and move your upper body from side to side softly, shifting the weight from right foot to the left, left foot to the right. And come back to the center. Hands down onto the mat. And step back into downward facing dog. You can gaze at your hands if you like. Spread the fingers wide. Then look back once again between the navel, towards the navel. Lengthen the sides. Lengthen the back of your legs. Bring your feet together. Inhale, right leg up high, point the right toes. Bend your right knee in the air and open the hips, lifting the right knee up towards the ceiling without lifting the right shoulder, looking to open in the hips, the pelvis. Then extend the right leg in the air once again, gaze front, and bring your right knee towards the right wrist. Lower the hips down. Here, the invitation to use a block underneath the right sit bone to keep the hips leveled, and first keeping the upper body up, the hips heavy towards the floor, so that the hip flexor of the left hip can stretch. Slow down your breathing if it's not already. And try to grow tall in your upper body. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly bring the hands, palms onto the floor in front of you to lower into sleeping swan. If you have two blocks, you could rest your forehead onto the block and extending the arms or resting the forehead onto the hands stacked on top of one another. Place your hands underneath the shoulders. Slowly come up. Remove the block underneath your right sit bones and bring the right knee in the center of your mat. Lean into the right hip to bring the left leg forward and around. So you're bringing the left foot to the outside of the right knee, both sit bones onto the mat to prepare for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left arm behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Lengthen the right side of the upper body first. And bring the right arm to the outside of the left leg. You could also simply wrap the right arm around the left leg and look back. Look over the left shoulder. Keep pressing the right knee down into the mat and lift the chest. Gazing behind very softly. Very softly and with kindness. Inhale, gaze forward. Release the arms. Release the legs. And you can move the knees from side to side. Before coming back into downward facing dog. With the feet together. Left leg up high. Point the left toes. Bend your left knee in the air and open your hips. Keeping the shoulders in the same line. Inhale, left leg up. Look forward and bring the left knee towards the left hand, the left wrist. Placing the block or the book underneath the left sit bone this time. Looking to get the hips in the same line. And sitting up tall first. So this time looking to stretch the iliopsoas on the right side. Feel that long line of energy in the front of the body from the right toes all the way to the right shoulder, the crown of the head. Opening before closing in sleeping swan, palms forward, and slowly lowering down. Once again, using the block or your hands to rest the forehead. If you'd like to do so, that's an option, obviously. Place your hands under the shoulders and slowly come up. Remove the block of the book from underneath the left sit bone. Bring the left into the center of your mat. Lean into the left hip and bring the right leg forward and around. So the right foot is on the outside of the left knee. Sitting, both sit bones touching the mat. Right arm behind you. Deep breath in to lengthen the left side. Reach up with the left arm. And bring the left arm either to the outside of the right leg or around. Gaze back. Again, this time pressing the left knee down, the right hand down. Use everything that's on the floor to lengthen the upper body as you push into the earth. Again, gazing back towards the past. What's left behind you with gratitude, non-attachment. Inhale, gaze forward. Release the arms, release the legs. And once again, you can move the knees from side to side just a few times. And stop in the center. Bend both knees, the feet together. And take hold of the back of the thighs or the legs with the arms, drawing your thighs close to your upper body. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, lower your forehead or even the eyes close onto your knees. Then in this pose, squeeze everything in with the arms, hugging yourself in tight. Inhale, release the legs and lie down onto your mat. Returning into Savasana. Palms up towards the ceiling. Maybe scan the body from toes to the crown of the head for any leftover tension. Allow yourself to let go. To let go and to relax. It may sound easy, but it's often challenging to let go fully. So give yourself permission here. No more efforts. Before any physical movement, come back to your intention or dedication. Then to your breath, inhaling a little deeper and lengthening the exhalation. Move your fingers and toes, ankles, wrists. Bring your arms behind the head and give yourself a good stretch and maybe a good yawn also. Exhale, knees to the chest. Hug them in. Hug yourself. Lower onto one side. Just for a moment in the fetal position. And come up to a seated pose of your choice. Closing your practice, whichever way you'd like to do so. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.